Hello, everybody. I'm cooking something right now. I want you to come on in here and join me. It's just something simple. Um, what I'm cooking today, gotta get my camera right. I'm cooking like a simple stir fry. Y'all, this camera's not right. I'm gonna have to turn this camera up the wrong way, so forgive me for that. That's the only way it's gonna show what I'm doing. So if this video direction, that's okay. Okay, what I'm doing, y'all, just a simple, quick recipe today. You know how I always tell you, if you get to the end of the month or the first of the month or middle of the month, whenever you need to check your refrigerator and see what's in there? Well, I always have a lot of fresh vegetables. So once again, I've got tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers. And so what I've done, I put a little bit of cooking oil into my skillet, and I am just stir frying these beautiful vegetables. Look at that. Look at those fresh vegetables. So same thing, just go through what you have in your refrigerator. Take out everything fresh, cut it up, cube it up. Now the seasoning that I used is my go-to seasoning, the Goya Sazonador Total. And that just means Goya Total Seasoning. That's my go-to seasoning. And it's not too salty because I have high blood pressure. And it's got some wonderful flavoring. So if you want a good inexpensive seasoning, Walmart, your local store, get this seasoning. It is not salty at all, and it is very tasty. Makes your food taste like you cooked all day. So basically, I've taken my leftover tomatoes that I cut up, my bell peppers, and my fresh onions, and I've got those sauteing in some oil. And then what I did, I have some leftover steak, because my nephew had brought me the steak. Remember, he brought me the steak over. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch that. Look at those fresh vegetables. And what I did was I cut up some of my steak. And this is grilled steak that my nephew had put on his grill. So I'm taking that meat. And actually, this is just like one of those steaks, because he made me so much. God is so good to me. He prepared so much food for me, you know, to last me for a while so that I didn't have to be in the kitchen. And that's that steak. So look at that steak, y'all. Look at that beautiful steak right there. Look at those pieces of steak. He grilled those on his outdoor grill. Yes. So you take those. And I just took my steak pieces and cut them up. They were big steaks, like restaurant style. But I took them and I just sliced them up into my desired liking. You can go small if you want. But I like, you know, a chunky steak stir fry. And basically, I just made those steak pieces the same size as my vegetables. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to incorporate this all together. Just look at this right here, y'all. Just look at that. Look at that. Big old pieces of steak, bell pepper. Meat and veg. Can't go wrong. So basically what I'm doing in my skillet is just doing a light stir fry on that. And then once I get this to where I want it in about the next 1 or 2, I'm going to say maybe about 30 seconds. Because I started my vegetables first because my steak, of course, had already been grilled. So my steak basically is just kind of warming through. And now I'm going to let that come together. Now once I've got it all stirred together, I'm going to put the top on it. Because this is a stir fry. So I don't want it to be soupy. And with a stir fry, you basically got to do just as it says, stir it, because it's frying. You hear that sound coming up? That's frying. So with a stir fry, you basically want to be stirring as your vegetables, and if you have meat or seafood, fry it. So what I'm going to do now, since I got mine kind of to where it's at a good even temperature, it is frying, I'm going to put the top on it for maybe 5 minutes. Maybe, so it doesn't make a lot of water. Because you got to be careful with that. If you put the top on it and it makes a lot of water, it's not a stir fry anymore. It's just boiling, you know, your stuff. So I'm going to put on there probably not even 5 minutes. So let's see what happens. Be right back. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's dish us up some, y'all. Now remember, this is so simple. Just go in your refrigerator and you're going to go through your vegetables that you want to use up. I just used onions, tomatoes, bell pepper, and I've even used my jalapeno peppers before too, because I love that flavor. And this is our beautiful dish that we are serving up. Took the leftover steak. Got all your good old vegetables. And you can serve this over rice. You can serve it with mashed potatoes. You can serve it with whatever you want to serve it with. Anything tastes good with it. It's just meat and vegetables. And it's so simple. Let's take a look at what we have. Alright. Delicious beef and vegetable stir fry. I just used some vegetables left over from my refrigerator and some steak that I had. And like I said, you can serve that over a hearty bowl of white rice, mashed potatoes, whatever you want to serve it with. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be blessed.